stop what you're doing right now. And I want you to imagine for a minute doing less in your day, resting more, doing the things you love without feeling an ounce of guilt about it. Sounds impossible, right? And it is when you consider the typical way we all approach motherhood. The one that tells us that we have to follow all the expert advice, put all of our energy into everything and everyone but yourself. This constant push and pressure to do more, be more. And this goes against your very design and your natural way of operating. And this is what is leaving you exhausted at the end of the day, still wondering why and how you didn't get anything done. I'm Allie Anderson, and I have helped hundreds of women lighten their load and drastically reduce their stress and create a motherhood they love instead of loathe. I'm going to show you how understanding your human design can completely transform your life. It helps create days that are calm and easy and far more effortless than you're probably experiencing right now. I realize that you are probably squeezing this video in between a million other things that you have to do today. So I want you to take a minute to just pause and breathe, and then tuck away all of those million little thoughts you have spinning around back there just for a bit. Make this count. You deserve a moment for yourself just as much as anyone else. Before I jump into everything human design, we have got to talk about the reason moms today are so stressed out and overwhelmed and exhausted. We live in a world that puts enormous pressure on us to mother, think, act, work, communicate, even play in a certain way so that we can be considered the good mom, trying to follow every expert and tip and productivity hack, forcing yourself to do things that you might see working for other moms and continue to do it, even though it doesn't work for you, like at all. Listen, it's a lot, and it's no wonder you feel like you can barely keep your head above water. You are doing everything you can to make things better. But I'm here to tell you, you're actually making them worse. You're living your life based on someone else's way of operating versus your own. And when you live this way, you're keeping yourself disempowered and completely disconnected from you. The reality is, motherhood is not a one-size-fits-all experience, and we have got to stop approaching it like it is. There is a reason why some of your friends are out there bopping along, running from one thing to the next, when just the mere thought of that makes you want to crawl into bed and pull the covers up. Or why some people thrive with super strict routines and consistencies when using a routine might cause utter chaos in another person's life. And it has nothing to do with being a better or worse mom. You have a unique energy blueprint, and when you work against it, you feel resistance, the frustration and burnout and overwhelm that so many moms are feeling today. When you work with it, things begin to feel effortless. When I started implementing human design into my life, it was like something just clicked, and I was given this giant permission slip and confirmation that I was meant to operate in a way that felt natural to me, good for me, and let all the other stuff go. I'm going to show you trying to parent, work, mother, live, love like everyone else is actually burning you out and weighing you down, and how understanding human design can change everything. And so if you're like, yes, I want to know what's my unique design, I have created a human design mini guide, if you will. I call it the modern motherhood manual. Woo, it's a tongue twister. This isn't like any other human design guide out there. It's going to give you your personalized full human design chart. It's also written specifically for moms, and it goes more in depth, taking your unique design, the top 3 things that I believe have the biggest impact in motherhood. I put the link in the description below, so make sure you get that. All right, human design. I'm sure some of you are probably thinking, what even is this? Human design is a system based on your time, date, and place of birth that reveals what we call your energetic blueprint. And what I mean by energetic blueprint is it's how your energy is designed to move and interact with the world and express itself in the most optimal way possible. It's a blend of ancient wisdom and modern science, and it really creates this complete picture of how we can work with our natural biological design and system rather than against it. Because you, me, we're all uniquely wired to thrive in every area of our lives, whether it's being a mom, being a business owner, working on a team, in relationships, whatever it is, we're meant to thrive. We're not meant to feel stuck and exhausted and stressed all the time. And human design gives us each our own unique roadmap to finding our flow and how we work as individuals. Really, I like to think of it as an instruction manual to how you operate in life. I mean, who doesn't want that? This should be given out for everyone at birth. Like when I was born, my mom gets this instruction manual and then she can help me go through it and learn how I operate. And then I get one from my kids. Now there are so many layers to human design in the human design chart. I mean, I could talk for literal days or weeks about that. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do that because I know you're busy. I get it. I'm gonna focus on the top 3 that I believe are the most relevant and the most impactful for moms and motherhood and all of the roles you play in your life. The first one being your type. This is your energy management system, your natural energy patterns, the best time that you should be attacking those important tasks, and really how you need to rest and the best way for you to recharge. And then the second one is your authority. This is your decision-making strategy. This is something that is incredibly powerful to learn for motherhood. It can show you whether or not you're meant to make quick decisions or if you have to sleep on it and give it a beat. It can also teach you what signs to look for in your body so that you know you're making the right decision and the right choice. And then the third one is your profile. This one's actually one of my favorites because it can bring so many of those those type of moments. And really, I like to think about this as this is the role you're meant to play in motherhood, at work, in the community, in relationships. There are some of us that are meant to be really experimental, try things, hands-on, get messy, live by trial and error. And then there's others that are more of the hermiter type. They're meant to have their alone time to really get into their flow. And so it's this confirmation basically for the role, or I like to think of it even as the character you're meant to play on the stage of life. It's amazing. You can see how powerful this would be and really is when it comes to motherhood. When you stop fighting your natural rhythms and really start learning your energy cycles, you get more energy. You're able to create systems that are far more sustainable when you're working with your body instead of against it. When you start to understand your natural decision-making style, you can stop forcing yourself to make decisions that don't feel good. And you can really stop second-guessing yourself on everything because you're confident in your choices, because you know you're making the decision the right way, the way you were meant to, the way you were designed. You learn to trust yourself like never before. Set incredible boundaries based on your design, based on how you are meant to operate. You can stop comparing yourself to all the other moms out there and all the other expert advice because you know you're doing what's best for you. And I will tell you, for me personally, and so many of the other moms that I have worked with, human design has allowed me to release so much of that mom guilt and shame that we tend to carry. We have access to social media, which means we have access to all of the expert advice and all of the other people's lives. And we are living in an incredibly intensive mothering period and also information overload. Everyone today has an opinion on how you should parent your children, structure your workday, how to keep your home. They even have an opinion on how you should take care of yourself. Human design helps you just sift through all of that. You know what? Keep what works for you and let the other stuff go, because you know that's not how you are meant to operate. Every woman, every mom has her own unique design and way of flowing through life. Unfortunately, most of them are trying to follow someone else's way, a way that is completely wrong for them. If you're ready to learn how your specific energy works, awesome, I hear you. And in the next video, I'm gonna go deeper into that first layer of your type, how it relates directly to you as a mom, as a professional, and just as a human being. But most importantly, I'm gonna share some tips that you can start implementing right away. Start releasing some of that mental load and that stress that you're carrying right away. Mom to mom, I know you already have enough to remember. So make sure you subscribe so that you can be notified when that video goes live. Believe me, you don't want to miss it. This stuff is incredible and it will change your life, I promise. And don't forget to grab your human design mini guide. Start learning about your type right now, right away. All right, mamas, until next time, remember, breathe, be you, and just let the rest go.